What is going on, family? It's your boy G Consciousness in the building. I just want to share an experience with y'all really quick, you know what I'm saying? And let y'all know what happened today, you know what I'm saying? Kind of wait till people come in real quick, you know? Wait till people come in real quick. Getting ready to lay it down, so. But before I lay it down, I want to share something with you guys. What happened yesterday? You know what I'm saying? What up, Roxby? How you doing? Let people come on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of rude people. You know what I'm saying? But I want to, What's up? What's up, Andrew? How you doing, brother? But what's up, Beatrice? You got it with Michael Heiser. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, Michael Heiser. Yeah, that's a great guy. Um, but yeah, so uh, something took place yesterday, right? And it was crazy, yo. Now usually, I usually sometimes, I might talk to Vocab in the morning. He might hit me up in the morning. I might hit him up in the morning. And so, what up, boy, Joey? And so he might hit me up, you know what I'm saying? We might have a conversation, you know what I'm saying? And so it's a peaceful conversation because Vocab's either at work or I'm at work, you know what I'm saying? And so we might talk about some things, but we never really, get on the conversation about, Calvinism because, we know we disagree on that. So something that we disagree on, we try to we stay away from that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I respect about Vocab, I'm not coming to him talking about certain things, and so that's a good thing, But I'm gonna let you guys know, what happened, and I haven't gotten to it yet, Movie Joy, so I'm about to get into it now. Um, the other day, yesterday, right, I got a call from a Calvinist, right, a silly one at it, you know what I'm saying? And so he calls me. He says, "Well, all Calvinists are not like that." And I said, "Well, I'm not saying all Calvinists are like, I'm saying, like, are selfish and what I'm saying, and don't not sensitive to the Spirit of God. And I'm not saying that. What's going on, Christ Sheep? What's going on, Carmel? So I'm like, I'm not saying none of that. What's up, the real Alexa? Grace and peace to you. So I was like, I'm not saying any of that at all. I'm not saying that all Calvinists are alike. I'm saying that the majority of Calvinists that I know, I have a bad experience with them. But I'm going to tell you exactly what this guy said, and it's going to shock you guys. And so he kind of proved my point about what I say about Calvinists. And like I said, I have a lot of Calvinist friends, and for the most part, I can name on my hand probably the ones that I know that are good people. Well, I can't say that. Probably about 20 of them that are really good people. So I can name them. Now, and I talked to So Real about it today. What up, G Checker? What up, So Real? I talked to So Real about it earlier today because it shocked me that this brother did what he did, right? And I'm not going to put him out there, but the brother needs to really repent. But because they don't take self-responsibility in their actions, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of selfishness come up out of that, he still hasn't called me and repented on what he said. So he calls me up, right? We're having a conversation, right? And I've known this brother, and you guys know this brother. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to put it out there. It was built for speed. The brother Tony, right? He calls me, right? Built for Speed calls me. He says, "Hey, brother, all Calvinists are not like that." So at this point, he's kind of sounding like a black Hebrew Israelite because that's the same thing that they usually say. So I said, "Well, okay, bro, I'm just saying from my experience, I'm not saying the majority of them. I mean, I'm not saying that, all of them like that, but the majority I've come in contact with, I've ran into this problem with them. And so he wants to talk about basically the Trinity thing that I said concerning, you know, why I feel like the Trinity is not an essential for salvation. And I'm not the only one to feel like that, because there are actually Calvinists that say the same thing. We had a conversation about John Piper, and John Piper, he said the same thing. I believe that's his name. You could type in YouTube where he says that the Trinity is not an essential, and he talks about what the gospel is. And so I'm not the only one to feel that way. Now, I'm not saying all Calvinists feel that way, but that was a conversation. So eventually we got nowhere with that. I told the brother, I said, brother, you act like they had a printing press back in, 1000 BC, or, what I'm saying, or in the past, or even when we start first writing down manuscripts, or just, animal skin or whatever. You act like they had a printing press to where people actually had all the books that we see now all together at once. Some of these people had fragments. Some of these people had, one book, two books, you know what I'm saying? And so, he says, I'm trying to get him to understand that, to where you're acting like that these people actually can get off into a type of study that we can get into today, and really, say that that believing in the Trinity is an essential. Like I say, it took me probably about 2 years to really look at the Trinity. Now, mind you, now, Brother Jay and also K Dub had a debate with Sakari and them about the Trinity and got smashed. And everybody's seen that debate. And that should let you know that even they don't fully comprehend and understand the Trinity, because when they was asked a question, they couldn't answer that question. They both froze up. And when they froze up, I'm like, huh? Like, you froze up on that? And so they fully don't comprehend and understand it, because when they was asked a question that they should have known concerning the Trinity, they couldn't respond to it. And Sakari smashed them in that debate. And I even told Vocab, and I told other people that I feel like that them brothers did not represent when it comes to the Trinity. And and it's clear, you can that you can go and look at it, that even other Christians was looking like, yeah, they didn't argue that, they didn't defend that correctly or right at all. They lost that debate in the sense of, if it was in a debate format, because they got stuck right there and choked. And K-Dub looked at, was looking at his mind like, man, I wish, Brother Jay would answer that. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed quiet. And I can imagine if it was a debate where they was like live, he probably would have looked at Brother Jay, and Brother Jay would have looked at him, because there was no reply to that. And that was crazy, yo. And I'm laughing like, these guys, it kind of hurt me a little bit, because I'm thinking like, how is it that you're arguing about the Trinity to these guys, and you actually cannot answer this question? And it kind of made Christians look bad in that area. But hey, nevertheless, there's some things that we all don't know, you know what I'm saying? So, but, this would happen. So eventually we got to the point to where I say, well, hey, look, bruh, you got Calvinists that don't agree with that. You even got Veckel, who was a Christian, and he said that, the Trinity is it's secondary, you know what I'm saying? It's a non-essential, you know what I'm saying? That it's something that is secondary for the most part. Like I said, I deal with the Trinity, I think it's the best way to understand the Godhead, you know what I'm saying? And I can see that it's a doctrinal thing rather than a salvational thing. And so, I too much don't really, trip off of judging somebody, because they reject the Trinity. Now, if they reject the Trinity, it's clear that it's possible that they don't understand it. That's why people actually reject stuff, because they don't understand it. They don't see it, you know what I'm saying? And so there is something that is complex there. And we all know in part. We fully don't really know everything. We will know everything when we meet him, but right now we know in part. But for the most part, I can see that there is something that is complex in the text, and the Trinity looks like it best explain what we see in the text doctrine-wise. Now, here's the thing. And Michael Heiser is great when it comes to explaining the two powers, or the complex unity, as well as Michael Brown when it comes to explaining the Trinity. He's great when it comes to that. Check Michael Heiser out. Check Dr. Brown out. Those guys are great. And see, most people won't check them out because, they're not Calvinists, or there's most people say that Michael Heiser is heretical. You know what I'm saying? He's a heretic. But they could have used his information in that debate, and it would have helped them out a lot. They didn't do that, and so they got smashed in that debate. In a sense of in a debate format, you can't freeze up on a question and look at each other, or you expecting this person to answer and he doesn't answer, and then then he's expecting you to answer, and then y'all just get clobbered like that. That was ridiculous, yo. But anyways, so eventually I get to the point to where I say, well, hey, bro, I'm not going to argue with you about that. We're going to agree to disagree on that. So I'm not going to argue with you about that. You know what I'm saying? That's your viewpoint. I still love you, brother. I still love you. And yeah, I definitely rock with him, Tony Tab. I've learned a lot. I've even learned a lot from Brother Jay. You know what I'm saying? Brother Jay is a great teacher. K-Dub, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? But Brother Jay, if he stop trying to kick against the pricks, then he'll be a better teacher. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But anyways, so I tell the brother, hey man, I don't want to argue that. I love you, brother. I still think you my brother. I don't want to argue that. What's up, the Orthodox Moor? I'm like, I don't want to argue that with you, yo. I don't want to do that at all. And so he steady keep talking and arguing. He steady talking and talking and talking, over talking me. And I'm telling this brother, I say, hey, bro, I don't want to argue with you about this, yo. Like, I'm done. So finally I asked him, how old are you, bro? Because you acting real childish. Plus, you're not, nothing you saying is real right now. This is not real. You know what I'm saying? What you saying is fake. You acting like these people had all these books all at one time when that's just not the case. You're not real right now. You're unreal, yo. You're arguing from a presupposition, and you sounding terrible right now, like really terrible. And nothing you're saying is logical at all. So I said, I love you. Let's stop arguing about this. Don't call me about no Calvinism, yo. Not at all. I don't want to hear nothing about that, because I don't want to be arguing with you brothers about this foolishness, especially if it's causing you brothers to stumble and you sinning, because you are sinning when you're going around judging God's people and knowing that you yourself got problems or issues that you're dealing with and you throwing stones. And so with that, he's still talking. So eventually I said, well, listen, bruh, my auntie, man, she's not doing too good. They're telling her that she has a disease, it's incurable, and they're saying that she's not going to make it. And so I'm bothered by that. Can you pray for me? This is what I told that brother. I'm bothered by that because my auntie, the one that named me my name, you know what I'm saying, she's not doing so good. You know what I'm saying? And my cousins and stuff, they're bothered by it. And I'm bothered by it too, because this is my auntie, you know what I'm saying? And so I said, can you pray for me? Now, this brother says, well, we all on the deathbed, or we all a step away from death, you know what I'm saying? And when he said that, I'm like, huh? Like, bruh, I just asked, can you pray for me? And you still want to argue about, you know what I'm saying, Calvinism. Or you want to argue about, not just so much Calvinism, but, the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? When I just told you that my auntie is not doing so good, they're saying that she don't have that long to live. Can you pray for me? And to get a response on what he said, you know what I'm saying, was crazy, yo, because, what up, Eber? Because he says, He says, yo, we all are on our deathbed, or we're a step away from death. You know what I'm saying? Or something to that sort. And I'm just looking like, how can you say something like that, yo, and then start back wanting to argue with me about the Trinity? And so then on, I realized that this is a sickness that this brother is dealing with. Because at that moment, you should have stopped and you should have said, you know what, bro, you correct, bro. Let me pray for you, bro, and because I know that how that situation is. Finally, I get to the point to where I actually had to hang up on that brother, because nothing else mattered to him, but he felt that he was right. We had a disagreement. He didn't think nothing of, brother, let me pray for you, because number one is, I guess what she's going through, it's ordained. God ordained it. It's something that is settled, you know what I'm saying? And so it doesn't make sense to pray. We all are on our deathbed, you know what I'm saying? We're one step away from death. So right then and there, I realized, I said, this brother got a sickness. Because anybody else would have been like, okay, bruh, you know what I'm saying? This brother didn't do that. Then when I said the situation about you know, John Piper, or whatever his name is, he gonna say, well, he didn't mean that. How you gonna say what this man didn't mean? He's saying that he was just trying to feel sorry for the other people, you know what I'm saying, and trying to bring people together. How did he say that? So it's a sickness with these people, man. And so this is the reason why. Right, I agree. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. You got extremes on both sides, but I will say this, right? What I've seen majority of the time, it's been the Calvinists. And everybody is feeling that way. Everybody is feeling that way, that somehow, some way, these Calvinists is tripping out here, and they need to be checked and put in line. And they're going around trying to check doctrine check and doing all types of stuff, and what's this and what's that, and it's ridiculous, yo. Want to argue and debate people, and so they need to be checked, yo, straight up. And so when that brother said what he said, instead of him thinking and coming to his senses and say, you know what, brother, we need to definitely pray. We need to definitely pray. That brother did nothing. He did none of that. None of that, yo, at all. That is a sickness. That's a sickness. And he's going to be the very one that's going to be standing right before God if he don't get himself together. And God is going to tell him, you're a goat. You're a goat. Because as much as you didn't do for your brother, you didn't do it for me. You never seen me. But you will definitely stab your brother, cut your brother, who you see every day. But then you'll act like you're doing it in the name of the Lord. You working for the devil. After I told this brother, once again, this is brother built for speed, Tony. Still hasn't called me, still hasn't apologized for what he said. I told the brother, I love you, bruh. I love you, but I'm not going to argue with you about this no more, because this is silly, yo. This is silly, man. This is retarded. So bottom line is this is that, as you can see, as you can see that this brother is suffering from something to be acting like that. And then I had to hang up on the brother, because that was the last straw. Because I'm telling you, brother, let's pray, or pray for me, because this situation with my auntie, it's something that's bothered. This brother kept talking. And when he said that, I said, bruh, you just proved that the majority of Calvinists, to me, is like that. because they don't care nothing but about themselves. You just proved that, yo. You just proved what I've been saying about the majority of Calvinists. Now, like I told you, I can name probably 10 or 20 this cool. But the majority of them, they selfish people, self-righteous people, and ridiculous. You can't. They don't take correction good. They don't take correction good. They don't want to. If you say, hey, bro, you need to like same thing with James White. This brother got a problem with his mouth. He even had people that correct him and come to him and say, bro, you tripping. And guess what he did? He didn't correct himself, nor did he say sorry. He went farther into sin. This is built for speed. This brother told me clearly, we all on our deathbed, we all are one step away from death or something to that matter. And I'm just thinking like, have you lost your mind, yo? This is a sickness with these people. A sickness. How is it that you can study this type of theology and think that you're actually studying God and forget about the love that you're supposed to have that you owe your brother? I don't know, y'all. We in some dark times. We in some dark times. Yeah, they need to be checked super hard, man. They need to be checked super hard, yo. Real bad, you know. And this is not just, this is a lot of people that see this, yo. They need to be checked, yo. They out of pocket, man. They need to be checked. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you can get in here and say it's on both sides, but hey, you can even ask an atheist, and they'll say the same thing about a Calvinist, yo. They're gonna say the same thing, and they have some type of moral construct where they can see, and you can put a tally up, and they'll say, man, what you think about these Calvinists? Man, they gonna say the same thing, yo. They be tripping, yo. They running rapid, they be tripping. Now, like I say, respect and shout out to them brothers that I know, Vekel. You got Vocab. You got who else you got? You got Angelo. You got what else is other brothers that I've worked with. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? And it's other brothers that I work with. If I haven't named you, shout out to you brothers, man. That I know, man. That, you know, you brothers ain't trying to push that on nobody, man. You brothers is what you call you know. Also, we got the Christian anarchist. You know, he's a Calvinist. We got One Way. He's a Calvinist. You know, it's a lot of these brothers, man, that I appreciate, man. I've learned from them. But for the most part, man, a lot of these cats, man, need to line up, man. They need to line up and they need to be checked, yo. They need to be checked. And so, man, hopefully that brother will repent because, you know, I don't think that, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I told y'all, man, you know, this brother was out of pocket for that. This brother was out of pocket for that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm on my phone, so real. And so I can't add nobody on my phone. I don't think I can. Let's see. What is this? What's this right here? I can't add nobody on my phone. Yeah, I can't add nobody on the phone. Yeah, so that was the whole thing, man. I just really wanted to bring that out, man, and let y'all know, man, because it's really been eating me up all day, man, the way that brother said that. I definitely agree with you, Jonah. If possible, on your part, live in peace with everybody. I'm saying definitely. Yeah, and Bill for Speed is in the building. You know what I'm saying? And like you see, he come in, he put LOL, he's laughing. He think that that's funny, but that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? At all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is their attitude. We've seen it go with Chris. We've seen it go with Brother Jay. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it with other Calvinists. And so, you know, they think it's funny. And actually, they will call you actually to debate with you and won't never apologize. And if they do apologize, they still will be doing the same thing. And now he's saying that I'm lying about that. I'm lying about what you said about my auntie, Bill for Speed. I'm lying. See how he's saying I'm lying? Yeah, Brother Jay is a Calvinist. K-Dub turned him out. Yeah, but yeah, now he's saying I'm lying, yo. Like, it makes no sense. Like, this brother, you know, he comes in talking about I'm lying, and it makes no sense that he's doing that, knowing that that's what he said. And I hung up on him because he didn't hear nothing I said when I said pray for me. I hung up on the dude. Yeah, K-Dub turned him out, man. K-Dub put the strings in his back, and Brother Jay is the puppet, and K-Dub is the puppet master. That Brother Jay told me all we need is love, and not going around teaching all we need is love, and not realizing that love is limited, according to Calvinists. You know what I'm saying? But he going around teaching that, then talking about the great R.C. Sproul. Bro, you just got saved 2 years ago, learned about R.C. Sproul, what, about 6-7 months ago, if that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's cool, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it should basically be that brother. But you know, he should never said. Then he said that I'm lying. This brother sitting here lying. You changed the convo, G. I caught you being hypocritical about the teaching people the Hebrew. Look, see that, and that's all he wants to talk about. He doesn't want to talk about the statement, what he said about my auntie. When I told him, I said, brother, I don't want to talk to you about that no more. Let's talk about. I mean, let's change the subject. Let's talk about something different, because I don't want to argue with you. Can we have a conversation? Then I said, on that note, listen, my auntie ain't doing well, yo. You know, they talking about that she's on her deathbed. Can you pray for me? You know what I'm saying? This brother took it right back to the argument. See, now he lied. He said, see how he just lied? If he didn't hear about my aunt, why did he say, oh, we all on our deathbed, or we all a step away from death? Why would he say that of that sort? And I said, pray for me. See, he's lying now. Like, and that's why I say he goes farther into the lies, and it makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. I thought you were talking about yourself. And even if I was talking about myself, why would you say that anyways? That's even worse, bro. Like, you're not talking to a fool built for speed. You out of pocket. You need to get it together, yo. Listen. You thought, listen. If I'm telling you that I'm on my deathbed, that I ain't who would play like that? Who plays like that, Bill for Speed? See, you sitting up there arguing and playing around, right? And you clowning around. And when I say a statement like that, you think it's a joke? Who plays like that? Why would I be saying that I'm on my deathbed? Who gonna be playing like that? So even if you said you didn't hear me or you took it as a joke, stop clowning, stop playing around, and get serious out here, yo. Ain't nobody going around telling nobody that they don't know joke. That's why I asked you how old you was, because you're a little bit childish, yo. Real childish. You know what I'm saying? You asked me an honest question. Nah, bruh. Bottom line is, stop joking. Stop arguing, playing around. Get serious out here. Because this is not a game. This is serious out here. You heard what I said, and you lying. And matter of fact, if you stop talking so much and you sit back and listen, then you'll see what's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And so you could call me all day long and talk about it and say, well, the Israelite, and say, well, we all not like that. But you doing the same thing that the Israelites doing, because they call and say the same thing. All of us is not like that. So that's what you was calling to do? Get it together, bro. Bottom line is this: built for division. Yeah, that's your name. Built for division. Bruh, stop playing so much. You know what I'm saying? You knew what was going on. You knew what was said. You're lying in here. Bottom line is, You should never said that. Then when I hung up on you, you should have thought to say, I wonder was that brother serious about what he was saying. You never called back, yo. You never called back. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you never called back. But if anybody got that toolbar, if you got the toolbar in the chat room, I can't do it on my phone. Hit the block button on Bill for Speed, man. Hit the block button on that brother, cause this brother in here lying and he tripping, yo. Yeah, I hung up on you for a reason. Yeah, hit the block button because I ain't got time for stuff like that, yo. Not at all, you know what I'm saying? I don't have time for stuff like that. Because you're lying, bruh. You don't say that stuff about people. And to be honest, you know what I'm saying, there's certain things that, you know, we got the brother Tony Tebb in here, and he's a full preterist. When brother Tony Tebb first came to me and told me that he was a full preterist, you know, I be going against full preterists, but me and brother Tony Tebb, we real close, and so I didn't judge brother Tony Tebb and tell him that he was he going to hell and this and that, and you know, I never did that. You know, people never gave brother Tony Tebb a chance, and they talked about him and would talk about him. You know, he told me how what certain things they would do and how, you know, he felt. I didn't do that. And I continue to still love on brother Tony Tebb, even though we have disagreements on him being a full preterist, and then me also, you know, dealing with what I did with far as being a dispensationalist. But at the same time, we still have great conversations, you know what I'm saying? And so when you look at full preterists, it basically means that, you know, the things that we see for us in the scriptures have already been fulfilled, and certain specific channels like chapters like well, Revelations have been fulfilled in all of those things, you know. And so, you know, that they everything that concerning prophecy has basically been fulfilled. And so with them, you know, even William Bell, I've met William Bell before. You know, I listen to his channel, you know, stuff like that, you know. So don't get it twisted, but I still love on them. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with them, but I still love on them. And so when I talk to Tony Tebb, you can ask him. We don't be on the phone arguing with each other. We don't do that. We might share some things with each other, but we don't be on the phone arguing with each other like that. And we got two different point of views. And so we can have a conversation, and as well as vocab. He's a Calvinist. I'm not on the phone arguing with vocab about, you know what I'm saying, certain things, you know what I'm saying? And so this is truth, because we know that those things can get heated. So we just deal with each other on a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? We may laugh and giggle about certain things, but for the most part, it's love. And that's what I was telling Tony, like, bruh, you tweaking and you tripping, yo. It's not about what you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I'm finna be 37 next month. And so I'm realizing that I'd rather just hit the block on these brothers, because I don't have time to be fussing with these brothers and not operating in love, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Black Hebrew Israelites, you can ask them brothers. If I have something and them brothers, they lacking or they need, you won't go hungry on my watch, you know what I'm saying? Because I owe them to love them. We may have sharp disputes, but don't get it twisted. I'm not counting you as an enemy to where God cannot raise you back up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I owe you to love you. It says, owe no man nothing but to love them. You know what I'm saying? And so when you stop doing that, you in sin. And so you can love all day with your mouth, but your actions ain't showing that you actually love this person. Because I could be mad at you, but guess what? You ain't gonna go hungry. Because you know why? If I got it to give, I'm going to give it. You know what I'm saying? That's just bottom line. And that's one thing that even my wife can tell you about. I asked my wife the other day, I said, listen, do you think that I'm a good husband? And she said, yeah. I said, you think I'm a loving husband? She said, yeah. I said, I can even be mad at the person. She said, you can even be mad at the person, but you still would give. My wife the same way too. She could be mad at me, but guess what? She still gonna come upstairs and say some silly stuff like, you know, I made you a plate. It's in the microwave. You know, I ain't gonna let you starve. You know what I'm saying? To say some silly stuff like that. It'd be funny. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she was like, you know, so she'll say little stuff like that. But you know, it's some, you know, but bottom line is this is you know, just because I look at it and we say that this is the issue, I still, you know, it's still love there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jay, man? And so, bottom line is this, man. You know, that brother out of pocket, he should have never said that. Then he gonna try to lie and say he didn't say that. It gets tiresome, man. That you know, it's like that. He said my wife won't cook for me. But yeah, so you know, my wife will be mad, and at the same time, you know, she'll still make sure my clothes is folded up. She'll come up, and I'll be thinking like, you know, she ain't gonna do nothing because we just got into it, but she still will have the stuff done. And I'm saying, I just be thinking in my mind like, thanks, babe, even though we mad at each other, but at the same time, the same thing with me. When I'm mad or we are not talking to each other and I hit the block button on her, because I hit the block button on my wife too. When my wife want to argue while I'm over this phone, he said my wife can't cook. Look, when my wife, you know, when we argue over this phone and I'm at work and I'm doing my job, I had to hit the block button on her fast. I hit the block on her. I don't discriminate when it comes to that block button, so don't get it twisted. My wife get blocked when she tripping. You know what I'm saying? And then make it so bad is when I unblock her and then try to call her, I realized that she was so petty that she blocked me back. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, yo. But you know, I don't discriminate with that block button. And so even with that, I still get out here and do what I got to do to take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, man. So I told that brother, man, not to, you know, I told him what was going on. The brother never called back. You know what I'm saying? He said he thought I was playing or what. Nah, bro. You thought I was playing because you was talking too much and you ain't being led by the Spirit or being sensitive to the Spirit so you could understand, you know, what's really going on, so you could discern the hearts. You ain't doing none of that, yo. Because you should have stopped. You shouldn't have been talking too much in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. You just talk entirely too much instead of sitting back. But you knew what I was talking about. You heard me because you responded to it. And what you said to it was just foul play, yo. It was foul play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Stop the plan, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Jonah 70:68. But warn him as a brother. You know, that's a great scripture. Yep, that's a great scripture. And so, you know, that's what I'm starting to see among these brothers. But like I say, man, it's still love. That's why I'm putting that situation out there like that to show, bro, that's a sickness, and you need to get rid of that sickness, yo. And as well as anybody else is doing that, get rid of that sickness, man, because like I said, you owe people to love them, even if you count them as an enemy. The Bible says, "Love your enemies." So you know, He make it to the sun to shine on the bad and the good. You know what I'm saying? So that's talking about providence. You know what I'm saying? So and he still maintained his position. Nah, man, brother Jay, man, that brother, he gone, man. He tripping. He could always come back, but he need to shake K Dub, man, a little bit, kind of scoot over a little bit, because brother K Dub got that them strings in his back, man, and he tweaking, and he's corrupting themselves. His brother, these brothers don't like to read the Old Testament. these brothers start saying stuff like Paul was interpreting the New Testament. Uh, Paul was giving you the interpretation of what the Old Testament was talking about. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. What they'll say is they'll say, you know, there's no sense of going back to the Old Testament because Paul is telling you what the Old Testament is talking about, or something in that matter. I forgot how they said it, but for the most part, Paul is referencing the Old Testament because, he's talking about, to the Romans about, you know, um, conversations that he had with the Jews. And so the Jews, when they would have heard what Paul was referencing back to, then it would have confirmed. Yeah, I froze up. It would have confirmed what Paul was saying. Things would have been look at him. So look, he comes up under. Look what he just did. So he says I'm a liar. So this dude is a troll. Like, he's really a troll. Like, it says that now he has another account. Well, he been had this account called the Batman, right? So we known about that account, right? But here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, right? Now he says that I'm a liar, right? Now we know he's a troll. Me and what's called talked about this earlier today because we said that how he'll leave paragraphs on your page, but then when you ask the brother to come in and talk about the situation, he won't show up. He won't even hit nobody's panel. And the last time, the only reason why he came on my panel because I provoked him to by doing what I was doing now. I'm saying so he can defend himself, but I can't really do that now because I'm on my phone. But it ain't really no defense for that, it ain't really no defense for that because, he should never said that. Now he's saying that I'm lying or whatever the case may be. Right, yeah. And listen, bro, don't call me talking about any Calvinism, yo. I'm just telling you now. I had a brother inbox me today, and this dude got a fake profile on Facebook with no pictures or nothing named John. I pick my devils. In other words, what I mean by that is, I know you be on some devilish stuff. I know a person on some devilish stuff and they be inboxing me. I still be conversating with them. Yeah, okay, yeah, if you gonna call me on Calvinism, don't call me on that, yo. And so now he's getting mad saying, I'll never call you at all. Well, if that's all you got to talk about, then you shouldn't call me. But that's all you shouldn't have to talk to nobody about is just Calvinism. The Batman returns, right? He coming to defend Gotham City, you know what I'm saying? The Batman returns. So this brother think so to him this is comical. That's why he calls himself the Batman, or built for speed. This is a joke for him, you know what I'm saying? He's a comical guy. He's a cartoon character, you know what I'm saying? And so the Batman got all these gadgets in his belt, but I'm gonna tell you like this, you know what I'm saying? That I don't care how many gadgets you try to pull out. You know what I'm saying? Any device you pull out, no weapon formed against me should prosper. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want to call me on another note. Don't call me about Calvinism, yo. I don't want to hear none of that, Batman. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, you know what I'm saying, I liked it Robin anyways. He was a little bit more humble than Batman was. So yeah, man. But then get to the next thing. So yeah, so now he's trying to make something. Now he's straw manning me. But anyways, yeah, bro, like don't try to play no games, bro. You know you was out of pocket. You play a little bit too much. So I'm just saying, bro, don't call me with Calvinism. If you want to talk to me about anything else, bro, that's cool. We can talk about basketball, football, other stuff, but it seemed to me we keep getting into it about this Bible. So don't call me, you know, on that, yo. You know what I'm saying? When you at work, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure you talk to your coworkers about other things. I'm pretty sure you ain't keep beating them over their head with the Bible, this and that. You still their friends. You sit down and drink coffee with them and go to lunch with them and everything else. You know, we could do that. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise than that, man, I ain't got time for that, yo. So you thought it was a joke yesterday when you thought I was joking. And like I say, I ain't the one calling myself Batman. See, this thing, you're a character now. You're a character. Yeah, so you doing that. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? You said I was out of pocket. I wasn't out of pocket. I was in the pocket. You was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. But, anyways, you know, and you still ain't apologizing. You keep on, I'm going to hit the block button. Batman going to get blocked too, you know what I'm saying? Batman going to get his back broke, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, you know, I'm going to let you live, but just stop what you're doing, bro. You was out of pocket. You knew you should never said that about my auntie, yo. You didn't apologize. You kept talking, over-talking me. You called me like, you know what I'm saying? You called me to argue because that's what you like to do, man. You want to argue that stuff, you go argue by yourself, man. Like, I'm not finna argue with you about that. You go argue that about yourself. You know, you be trolling. Look at you trolling now. You trolling now. Like, for instance, why is you even on this page trolling, yo? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I mention your name don't mean you gotta be, you know, just fall back. You knew you was wrong. You should have came on. You should have apologized. You should have said, you know what, I was wrong for that. And you even said that you thought I was joking. But then you never called back and never checked because guess what? You ain't been led by the Spirit, because if you was led by the Spirit, you would have said, you know what, let me call this brother back because he said some stuff that I have to think about. He probably was serious, you know, and I probably took him as a joke. But because you ain't been led by the Spirit, you think everything is a game, but it's not a game. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, my auntie, she ain't doing so well, y'all. You know, y'all keep her in y'all prayers, you know what I'm saying? They saying they can't really do nothing for her, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you know, it's a situation that need to be definitely, you know, prayed on. And so, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that out, man. Let y'all know, man, that this brother got a psychological problem, and he need to get delivered, man, to stop all these plans. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that my mom called me and it was very urgent, and so I called my cousins, you know, her sons, and they was telling me, and I'm not sure, I forgot what they said it was, but it's real serious, you know what I'm saying? And they saying that they can't really do nothing for her. And besides, we just lost my wife's grandma. And so, what's up, Renee? And so, you know, I ain't got time for the games, man, with this brother playing and stuff. You know, thinking stuff is a joke in the game, you know, because he want to go around Gotham City and play Batman, you know what I'm saying, with his gadget belt. But yeah, man, you know, so with that being said, man, that's the whole situation, man. Grace and peace to y'all, man. You know, what up, Harry Stone? Who else we got in here? We got Renee in here. We got who else? Traveling Berean. He said he's a traveling Berean. That's what's up. So I'm looking through some of these comments. They ain't sitting here trying to lie about it. What up, Jacob? Jacob, I'm not a Calvinist. Farsights was good. Right, this brother is still in here arguing. He's actually still in here arguing about this stuff. And even if he's still in here arguing about this stuff, you notice he ain't at one time. It's like it's a sickness, yo. It's a sickness with these brothers, man. Like, and the brothers that have called, they still calling me. They call and they, what's up, Nashawn? This brother got a sickness, man. Oh, okay, traveler. What up, brother Russ? That's brother Russ. And you know it's crazy because me and brother Russ, we be in each other's inbox and we be talking about certain things and having conversations. And that's still my brother, man. We still talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we disagree when we laugh, we joke with each other, we send each other jokes and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. Like, it seems like it's only this problem, man, with these other brothers, man. You know, and it's crazy, yo. I was your buddy when I was going against the Black Hebrew Israelites. I was your partner, wasn't I? But now since I'm coming against certain things that these brothers operating in. Grace and peace, man, to the brother blood bought by Yeshua. Grace and peace to you, brother. Now since I'm coming against this silliness, I'm saying then the tool out, you know what I'm saying? Them brothers they ready, they got the swords out, you know what I'm saying, ready to get busy. This brother still in here lying. Batman, man, you need to repent, yo. You know what I'm saying? You need to straight repent, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to come together, man, and get back on your DC Comics, man, and let's come together, man, and stop the foolishness, yo. You know what you did last summer. But anyways, I'm out of here, man. I love y'all, man. Love you too, Batman, but, bro, you out of pocket. You lying, bro. You need to repent, yo. All the way repent, yo. You need to repent. You know what I'm saying? See you, Andrew. Love y'all, man. All right, Renee, Renee, man, I appreciate you. I seen you in the stream at Solar Mind. I appreciate you coming over. Um, that was a great conversation that we had, man, and over there on Solar Mind, which is a new debate channel that I be debating on. But we had a conversation about evolution, you know, mainly natural selection and stuff like that. And it was really good. What up, Eva? I mean, good night, Eva. It was really good, man. And you know, what up, G Man? We got G Man in the building. What's going on with the brother G Man? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, Rox B, I see you, I see you, I see you. Oh man, you know, I was just speaking from the heart, man, and what the spirit was, you know, just leading me to speak about, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what, I thought about you too, G man. I'm gonna have to give you a call, man. I definitely thought about you. Like I say, you know, we may have our disagreements, but hey, these still my brothers. Like if I ever go to New York or what's called, them still my brothers, man. If I go to them places, hey, if I'm out, come on out, brother. Come and eat with your brother, this and that. We may have some disagreements in some areas, but you know, I still ain't for the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like with the situation they did with G Man with his job. I mean, that stuff is silly, yo. Like that stuff makes no sense, man. Like, you know, you don't you don't do stuff like, you know, what brothers be doing, man. Like for real, it's like, you know, whether you're an atheist or whatever you is, some stuff that people do is just inhuman. You know what I'm saying? It's just inhuman. And one of the things that they did to that brother, you know, caused him to lose his job. That's just inhuman stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why I say sometimes you just can't really be playing with foolish people, man, because foolish people, they do stuff to try to destroy you all the way, and and not try to, you know, do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm getting to the point to where I'm just like, I ain't finna be dealing with foolish people, because you know they'll send people to your house. They'll follow you. You know what I'm saying, on the streets. You know what I'm saying, all of this crazy stuff. You know, and so you know, when I say what I said, you know, on that video, I mainly was just trying to, you know, let people know, man, like I think we missing the mark here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you about my situation when I first got saved. You know, I was on fire, but I had a zeal, and I didn't have no understanding. I didn't have the love of God, and none of that stuff, yo. And I was just trying to whoop people with the word, man. You know what I'm saying? And it just, that just wasn't cool, yo. It wasn't cool, man. Um, you know, and now I'm getting to the point to where after I had fell, you know, and I had a dream that I was gonna fall. You know what's crazy? Because God warned me in the dream that I was gonna fall. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And I'm gonna get off right after I tell y'all this. But I had a dream that 3 times this dream came to me. I had a dream that I was falling and it was dark and it was some deep darkness, like deep darkness. I was falling for a long time, man. And when I was falling, I just seen nothing but darkness, and so there was 3 figures that came and started lifting me up. 3 figures, they came and started lifting me up, and they was angels. And when I tried to look back at them, because I wanted to look back and see them, because I was like, man, you know what I'm saying, they lifted me back up, right? And so when I looked back, they wouldn't let me see them. They just told me to look forward. They pushed my head and told me to look forward. And that was it. And so I had that dream 3 times. And so, you know, I told my pastor, I was like, I had a dream that I was falling in deep darkness. It was just deep, deep, deep. Like I was falling forever, forever. And in the midst of me falling, these 3 beings came and lifted me up. And I know they was angels already. But when I try to look back at them, they will not let me see them. They just told me to look forward. And when I look forward, they put me back where I needed to be at. You know what I'm saying? And I knew right then and there, you know, because when I talked to them, they was telling me that when I talked to them, they told me that basically, I mean, when I talked to my pastor, they told me that basically that 9 times out of 10 is telling me that you know, that he should give it, that I am going to fall, but he's going to give his angels charge. You know what I'm saying, lest I dash my feet into a stone, that he's going to lift me back up. So basically, I did fall. I fell hard, and I left the church and everything, y'all. And so I was out there. I started back doing worldly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Started back hustling, selling weed, and you know, I sold weed before I got saved. I was a big time weed seller. You know what I'm saying? But what I started doing was basically start selling crack after that. I started selling crack, man. You know, I learned how to cut crack and everything and start doing that. But in the process of doing all of that stuff, you know, I got into a relationship that, you know, it wasn't of God. You know, I had my first son, and I went through hell. Y'all, like. But I always was thinking about God and was like, I just need to get back with him because I'm going through these situations. And because I had a spirit of rejection on me, you know, I was fornicating, like I was messing with different women, yo. Like I was a male whore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just messing with different women, just, you know. And I always felt this spirit of rejection on me, so I would try to find that thing in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But it was to the point to where I was getting involved in relationships with different women, but really being soul tied to them. You know what I'm saying? And I would be so soul tied to these women to where, you know, I was hurting them, but at the same time I was feeling that I was hurting them. So I felt like I was compelled to really, you know, stick by them. And so I was really soul tied to these women, yo, like really. And then it got to the point to where it was just like, you know, I didn't care anymore, you know, especially, you know, when I got out here. And so, you know, I knew that I had to, you know, change those situations. And so it'd be times to where I may be laying up with a woman, but I'd be crying out to God, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to get delivered, you know what I'm saying? But I was so messed up, you know, I was so hurt, you know what I'm saying, and messed up. And so once God was just, he never stopped dealing with me. You know, he was always chastising me. I'd be out there doing certain things, and God will be steady dealing with me, yo. Like, I'd be knowing already, like, this ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, certain women would be like, what's going on with you? What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't really say because, you know, I was messed up. But then finally, you know, I went through a situation with the mother of my child, and once my son got here, I knew I had to change my ways, yo. I had to change my ways. And so eventually, I started going back to church and really working on it. And at the time, I was staying with the mother of my child, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you guys this. I lost everything. I hit rock bottom. I went from hustling, you know what I'm saying, selling pounds of weed, from slinging bags to ounces and to pounds, transporting drugs from out of town to St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, through the mail, all types of stuff, yo. And then I went later on and started, selling crack, and then moved from selling crack to, buying, ounces or quarters, you know what I'm saying, from quarters to ounces, just really moving foul. And so I got caught. The first time, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The first time I was in the house and got kicked in. I went outside to look out the door, and I see the police is finna come in this house. And at this time, I had probably about, I want to say probably like about, man, I had some crack bagged up. I want to say I had at least, man, it was enough. You know what I'm saying? I had probably like about 20 stones on me. You know what I'm saying? It was bagged up. And so I swallowed the stones. You know what I'm saying? And they was bagged up. And the police came in there, and I told everybody to lay down on the floor because the police finna come in. And I knew that they was coming in. And somebody hit the lights. And I said, no, don't hit the lights. Everybody just lay down because they coming in. And so I hit the floor, and once I hit the floor, that's when the police came in. They locked me up or whatever. By then, I had swallowed everything. That was my first time that I experienced swallowing crack. And I was so scared because I was getting sick. I was getting really sick, and I just thought that the bags just opened up on me because I was feeling really sick, you guys. And, I made it through that situation, and when I got to the house, you know what I'm saying, it came out, you know what I'm saying? And I had to never go back and sell the stuff, you know what I'm saying? So just needed to get delivered, man. Just really needed to get delivered, you know what I'm saying? And I experienced that process, and I lost, and so I didn't stop then. I kept going. And so the next time I got caught was this time to where I bought like a ounce. I sold the ounce. I got down all the way to like a 50. And I was on my last. I went out to a party where I think it was a Cardinals player, and because we used to sell the Cardinals players and all of that. They buy some crack, and so I went out to a Cardinals player house, and we went to go made a sale. I came back, and I was coming in the projects, and the police pulled up on me. I knew they was coming, and I kept trying to hurry up and park so I can get out, because I knew I had something in my car. And the police stopped me. And when they stopped me, they locked me up. And I promise, when I got locked up, I said, God, if you get me out this situation, I'll never go back to touch any type of drug again. That's what I told him. Just get me out this situation. We could say that. I kept my promise, though. And I never touched it again. Never touched it again. And I've been more prosperous without touching them drugs than when I was touching them drugs. And I've been way more prosperous. I lost everything. I lost my car. They took my car. They took my money. Yeah, but I lost everything. I lost everything. They took my money. They took my car. And so I was humiliated. And what really got me caught was because when I would come to the hood, I was like a hood star. All the women, even some of the fellas, would stop me, and they would be on the top of the car. And so a young lady jumped on my car and was riding on the hood. And I was telling her to get off because the police was coming. And they caught me. When they caught me, I turned my whole life around, yo. I turned my life around. When I was praying that and I was praying to God, that's when they called me out of my pod, because they had put me in a pod. I was sitting in the cell for a long time till finally I was like, man, I hope they put me in the pod because I needed to lay down. I was tired. I was sitting on a bench that was so slippery. It was a metal bench that was so slippery to where when you sit on it, you start sliding down. That's how slippery it was. And people tend to acting silly, and I was just in my mind like, I was just in my mind like, I need to get up out of here, man. The jail was so packed. People was laying on up under the toilet and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how packed it was. So when I was in that cell, I told God, you get me up out of this situation, I'll never touch this again. I never touched it again. I never went back. Never went back. And so I stayed with the mother of my child. And God was getting me up out of that situation because we was arguing, fussing with each other, fighting, you know what I'm saying, all types of stuff. And God took me up out that situation. And when I got up out that situation, you know, I knew right then and there that I couldn't keep living like I was living. And so, you know, God has brought me from a long way, you know. I had a late start. I never had a fair chance from my mother, you know what I'm saying? So I had a late start, you know, in life. You know, from a youngster, you know, I was taken away from my dad from St. Louis when I was 2 years old. I was born here. I was raised in California. And I didn't have a fair chance when it came to my parents, you know what I'm saying? And so with that, you know what I'm saying, it's just like you know, being raised in California, my family was, the first thing I experienced was you know, either it was gang members, you know what I'm saying? It was the gang thing, because that was your family, that was your protection, you know what I'm saying? That was your covering. And so that's what I experienced, and so that's what I was raised in. And so, you know, being raised like that, you know, it gives you a bad mentality. And so, you know, that's what I got off into. But for the most part, man, you know, just I'm thankful that God, you know, His grace and mercy and His long suffering, you know what I'm saying? Because I could have been taken out with His long suffering, you know, because God's long suffering, it leads you to repentance. Because don't think that a sinner, when he's sinning, that he doesn't have some type of guilt or shame, not unless he has corrupted his conscience to the fullest and he's just pure reprobate. But you out there in the world, you have this conscience to where you feel what you're doing is just not right. I'm saying you feel it. You feel the guilt. You feel the shame behind it. And I felt those things, yo. I felt it. You know what I'm saying? And so when the word did come to me, you know, I would hear the word, but I felt like I had a little bit more living to live. Because I felt like what I was doing, my flesh felt good doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I felt bad when I got done doing it, but I realized that I had to, you know, I had to change that, because it felt good momentarily, but I realized it was a quick fix. But for the long run, I was feeling like crap, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't want to feel this way. You know what I'm saying? And so eventually when the word came to me, you know, after the amount of times, I was like, you know what? Everything I ever done, it's always came up short. Even when I try to do the things right that I, you know, and do it in my own strength, I came up short, yo. I kept coming up short. I couldn't get it right, yo. You could have called me can't get right, because I couldn't get it right. And so when the gospel was presented to me, you know, that one time, the last time that it was presented, before I, you know, I accepted, you know, it was stated to me, this why you can't get it right, because you got this void that's in you. You know what I'm saying? And that void that's in you, it need to be filled. And the only one that can fill that void was Christ. And once I allowed Christ to come in, you know, I'm not saying that all of my problems were solved, but I knew how to solve my problems, and that was with Christ. So when I would face something, I knew that I can conquer that situation with Christ. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't lean to my own understanding, so I knew that, yo. I knew that I was a screw up. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ishay? I was a screw up. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I ever did in my own strength, when I try to make a relationship work, I couldn't make it work. But with Christ, and with reading those scriptures and understanding the word and asking the Holy Spirit to help me, it was working, yo. It's working. It's and it continues to work in my life. And so, you know, what I did, I fell short, yo. I fell short all the time. I did it in my strength. That's why when the person say, when they say, if they say, well, if they say, how can I say it? If they say, you know, you got to know thyself. And in a sense, that's cool, but sometimes you know a little bit too much of yourself. Sometimes you got to deny yourself just to cause yourself to save your life. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes when you're trying to understand self, you can lose yourself. And so, what's up, Miss Piggy? And so I had to understand that in order to find myself, you know, and to understand what was going on, I had to deny myself and had to get connected with the source, which is God, you know what I'm saying, through his son, Jesus Christ. And that's what caused me to live again, to even understand what I was going through, you know what I'm saying? And that's my guidance, that word, you know what I'm saying? That's my guidance, that word. So I can tell you what worked for me. I can tell you what worked for me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you might not say that don't work for you, but it definitely worked for me. And I was plotting and scheming like a demon out here. You know what I'm saying? So that worked for me. You know what I'm saying? And so when I felt like that worked for me, when I was falling short like that all the time, I knew already. Look, what I got that can help somebody else out. If you've been beat down in this world, you've been destroyed, everything has hit you from being oppression, suicide type of thoughts. Man, I had all of that stuff, man. Suicide attempts, I had all of that stuff, yo. Your parents not being there. So you get a spirit of rejection on you. And when you get a spirit of rejection on you, you know, you put up with certain things that people do who you know that ain't right for you. You know, relationship wise, you know, and so you just want to be accepted by anybody, you know what I'm saying? And so you know, you put up with certain things that you know that this ain't right, you know what I'm saying? And it's because you want to feel loved. And so with that rejection that come on you comes a lust spirit. Why? Because you start lusting after the wrong things because you want to fill that void within you, when no one can fill that void within you but your creator, but God, through his word, Christ Jesus, and with the spirit of God, with the power of God that can do some things within you. And so, what up, More Excellent Way? And so, what up, Mary Bennett? And so I realized that I had to, you know, with those type of feelings, the only way I can shake those things was through Christ. And so we look for things in a relationship. We look for things in, even a friendship can sometimes be a soul tie, because you can trust in a friendship overall than trusting in God. But we have to have a balance. We got to make sure that, you know, that there are some ungodly soul ties that need to be broken. Things is just ungodly, yo. It just need to be broken. And so if you're out there and you've been through that and the world has beaten you down, the world does not love you. The world loves its own. And you can try to go out there and save the world and love the world, and that's your job, to give them something, this hope. Because they need the hope. And the very hope that we see is the gospel of what Christ has done. And you don't have to you know, experience God's wrath because of sin, because of your disobedience. You can be obedient and believe on the gospel, and believe the work, the redemptive work that Christ has done, which is good news. This is done everything that you can. Here's the good news. Christ has fulfilled some things, and with that fulfillment of those things, he has caused the wrath of God to pass over you. Pass over. And so, if you look to him, you don't have to go through this type of cycle of pain. And you might have pain sometimes, but you can go through these things with him now, and you can conquer those things, and be more than a conqueror, and you know what I'm saying, and move forth. And so if you're out there and you're experiencing those very things, man, I'm telling you, relationships, suicidal thoughts, anger problems, and all these different things, you can overcome, yo. You can overcome through Christ. Some people might try to overcome through other ways, but I think that God has gotten personal with us. Not that I think, I know by his word. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, if you out there and you feel that way, and you feeling me what I'm saying right now, you don't listen. Don't leave this conversation without thinking about those things and really accept Christ into your heart, yo. Don't harden your heart. Accept it, because I'm telling you, if you accept it and then you ask God for help, you read your word, you pray to him, and you be obedient, I'm telling you, it will save your life. The void that you got in you, it will cause you to be full. And you might have some struggles, but at least you're gonna know that you're not alone. Sometimes you might feel alone, but you're not alone. And then you're gonna run into contact with people that have the love in them, the love of Christ, and that very abundance and that love that they have in them, that Christ has put in them, is going to be a sharing thing. It's going to be a sharing thing. So, if you feeling those things, if you feeling those things, I'm telling you, man, like, what's up, Sister Cherry? You can overcome. But with that being said, man, grace and peace, you can overcome through Christ. With that being said, man, grace and peace, man. I love y'all, man. Even though, we may have these different arguments, but hey, look, it's love, man. Like, for reals. Like, even with Brother J and them and K-Dub, man, even though they, them brothers be irking my flesh, but at the same time, like I say, it would never be a time to where if brothers is in need or they won't want on my watch, you know what I'm saying? If I have something that I can give or help, it'll be always that if I have it. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, man, peace to you guys. Love you guys.